Hello everyone, this is FanfictionWarri here, and today I have yet another Has-Been Hotel Exeter story. So, I know that I said I wasn't taking any requests other than the raffles, but so far I've only been doing raffles via the Avengers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So because of that, I was open for ideas on my Has-Been stories because I was low on ideas. I do have an idea for an Angel Dust Exeter story which is coming out soon, I promise, and I also have an idea for a Dipper story as well as a Capper story. I have a bunch of ideas going on, and I actually wanted to do this request that somebody sent me on the husband book saying, hey, I really was hoping you can do this because this was a really, really good idea. I really like it a lot. It's very good. And I thought, like, well, I'd be honored to do it. So this was requested by Olivia on Wattpad. I cannot pronounce how she says her full name, but her name is Olivia, and I'll be sure to link her profile down below because she is so sweet. But anyway, I also got a winner. I also chose a winner, or the winner was selected from the raffle, and it was a vote of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Chubby X / Shy Reader, so be looking out for that. I also have another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle story coming out at some point. So I have a bunch of stories I have made over the past 2 weeks. I just have to record them, and the reason I have not recorded them sooner is because, well, I'll tell you at the end of the video. So, this is Human Alastor X Mermaid Reader, and the title is My Savior. Let's get started. Alastor was headed across the seas on a cruise. Given the fact that he's made quite a good deal of money via his radio station, he felt he should treat himself. He was in his room, listening to some music and humming with the tune. While he was doing so, he felt the strong urge to get some food. He turned off the music and headed out of his room, unknowingly venturing off to a mean sea. The cruise ship was rocking back and forth very much, yet Alastor was calm and collected. He had the same grin on his face while he walked carefully down the ship. He got outside and felt a strong storm flash and crash right before his eyes. Oh my, maybe this wasn't the best decision. Yet for some reason, he kept treading forward. Then, before he could even comprehend what happened next, he was in the water. He opened his eyes and felt them sting with the salt of the ocean's water. He desperately made his way up until the ship moved past. Hey! Hey, wait! Wait! He screamed. Yet it was futile. The waves were strong, and he kept pulling it into the he kept getting pulled into the cold depths of the water. He was losing his strength. He was getting tired. He felt scared. He started to feel himself frown when a pair of arms grabbed him. Even over the booming of the storm, he heard a voice. "It's all right. I've got you," they said. They took him and pulled him into a laying position. He attempted to escape the grasp of this stranger, yet they held on tighter. "It's okay. I won't hurt you." They began to drag Alastor along the water and near a small island. They tossed him towards the sand and he landed on his butt. Ow! What was that for? He was dumbfounded. Right in front of him was a mermaid. You were looking back into his brown eyes with your eye color orbs. Air color. You smiled. "Sorry, it's just that I can't go out that far onto land for obvious reasons. Are you alright?" He felt his smile go back into full force. This mermaid seemed quite interesting. Yes, I'm fine. Do you think you can tell me where I am, though?" You're on an island close to... what was it called again? You tapped your chin and thought. "I believe we're near what you call New York. Is that it?" Yes. I need to get home, though." "Do you live there?" "No, but I can reach my home from there. I can phone my mother." "Phone? What does that mean?" He should have expected that mermaids are probably not that familiar with human culture, given the fact they were unable to walk amongst them. "It's a device that can allow you to call someone even when they're far away." "Oh, I see. Well, I can take you to New York, but..." You motioned towards the storm. "I think perhaps we should wait until the storm clears up a little bit." "Right." Alastor then felt shivers travel up and down his body. He was so distracted by this mermaid, he wasn't even remotely aware of his body temperature. When he noticed, he spoke. Do you know how to build a fire? It looks like you need that. I do. I suppose I need to get some wood together. Alastor then wandered off to find any sort of sticks or branches for an appropriate fire. He took the time he was gone to think about humans a little bit more. You were never able to venture off onto the land because of your lack of feet. It annoyed you to no end on how dense you were about their culture. You heard from other mermaids that they were extremely gullible and easy to trick. Some of your friends would even kill humans when they thought they were drowning, when in actuality they were luring them closer. You weren't sure if this human knew anything about your kind, but you wondered about his. Alastor was grabbing the last of the firewood. Knowing it was going to be extremely difficult to light a fire in the storm, he searched for some possible cover to keep the fire from getting wet. While he was looking for such, he felt skeptical about you. He didn't know what kind of horrors you knew of with humans. He had been told that mermaids were notorious for murdering innocent men and women who were tricked by their faces. But did they know what humans were capable of? Were you aware of what someone like him can do to such a sweet creature like you? Alastor finally returned and was surprised to see you still there, waiting. Now you were on top of a rock. Your back was facing him, and you were just watching the water. He came closer and laid down a thick branch with a giant leaf over top of himself. He made sure it was steady before placing down the firewood. He knew the leaf wouldn't be much, but given the fact the storm was starting to settle, he felt he could make it work. While he was working with the fire, you were welling up the courage to speak. Eventually, you did. Tell me, what do humans like you do? He stopped. Like me? He said, eyeing you with fear. Yes. You turned your head back to look him in the eye. Like you. What is something you consider fun? What was he to say? He couldn't say that he hunted deer or even his fellow human for sport. He then thought of his radio station. I sing. You kept eyeing him, as if to say, can you elaborate? He continued. I sing music and I put it out into the world with a radio. Radio? Isn't that the strange box that has dials and knobs on it to change music from one to another? Yes, exactly. He smiled widely, glad to know you knew what it was. I am a radio host that plays music to the whole world. He smiled. The whole world? He seemed excited by the concept. Alastor finished building the fire and then was going on and on about the intricacies of radios and what he did at the station. He seemed absolutely enthralled by this and hung on to his every word. Eventually, it grew quiet between you both while you enjoyed the rain. And then, Alastor fell asleep. Alastor was jarred awake by somebody. Huh? Where am I? He said, seeing a man above his face. You're in New York. What? Where are they? He said, looking around desperately for you. You mean this note? The man handed him a soggy piece of paper. Alastor snatched it, and I read the following. Dearest human, I know I didn't catch your name, but I still wanted to tell you mine. It's your name. I'm sorry I took you off while you were with you asleep, but you were so peaceful. I didn't want to wake you, honestly. Anyway, I hope you make it back safe and sound. Tell your mother I said hello. Love, your mermaid. And as you can tell by the bold text on the bottom, 1,217 words, which is a rather long version of the story, yet I felt kind of comfortable with it. I think I could have done a little bit more with this story, but I am actually very pleased with this one. But I guess I should probably explain on why I haven't really been talking very much in terms of community, with my community and everything of the such. I'm very sorry to say, and it's taken quite a bit for me to, even say this to some people, because I've been really open about it on social media, or my personal social media, I should say. But in terms of my fan base, I have not been that open with it. I recently made a cover song for the song Prom Dress, which you don't have to watch it, honestly, and if anything, I sway you against it because my singing was god-awful, but beside the point. I made that as a tribute to my dog, Bella. because on July 3rd, the day before 4th of July, she had passed away. And of course, that ruined my 4th of July experience. And yet the irony of the situation is that my aunt had her dog, had a poodle, whenever she was a little kid, and on the exact same day of July 3rd, her poodle ran away and they never saw it again. And I'm like, is July 3rd just a really sucky day for dogs? So, yeah. I plan on making a much more in-depth video talking about Bella and what she was like and also how she passed, along with a bunch of other factoids and just photos and such with her at some point whenever we get her urn. Because we currently have her only in a box of ashes. We don't actually physically have her though. She's at a place where they cremate dogs. So we're going to have her set there. So there's that, and I'm very going to be looking forward to getting her back. It's going to be a very long while before we get another dog because I really want to have time to heal. And besides, like, nobody can replace my baby angel Bella. So yeah. Thank you all so very much for joining in on this video. And thank you all so much for doing these requests and understanding my turmoils and also participating in the raffles. It really is fun. If you're more interested in the raffles, I do go more in depth on my Amino app, so I will be linking that below as well. So yeah, be sure to check it out. Anyways guys, this is FanfictionWarri, and I'll be seeing you all very soon. Bye bye!